You know what I was just thinking about? I was thinking about, I was asking God, is this a dense? Is this like a obtuse dimension? I had to look the word up. Because I was like, there's people here sell their soul to keep people stuck. And then, like, there's a well-known prostitute running around town that got my family inheritance in her name and my shit in her name. I don't know how that happened. I don't even know the person. I mean, I ain't gonna say she was a prostitute. I don't know what the hell she said her profession was a prostitute. So, them her words. That's what she liked to do. Okay. But she got everybody's stuff in her name. And I was sitting here thinking, I'm kind of glad I ain't been fighting over it. Because whoever even did that was stupid. I mean, obtuse. You want to find a clean word to say it. A bovine. Let's just say it like that, I guess. You know, stupid is offensive. Somehow. It ain't on the street. But I was sitting here thinking, like, my grandparents would never even did. My grandparents could, you keep deeds and titles locked in a safe. You don't even think about them. You don't think about taking no deeds and no titles and signing it over to nobody because you work sweat, blood, sweat, and tears. That's how you know the people who steal inheritance wasn't right to even inherit the inheritance or the inheritance. That's why they wasn't left the inheritance. Because only a fool, God hate that word fool, but only a fool would take deeds, titles, anything to that degree and give it to a whole nother family. Like I got these damn ankle things on me. I guess spiritual ankle thing, but they say it start with an L. I know the girl, but if she got them on me, you sold your soul. You sold your soul. And everybody following you selling their soul. Your name start with an L. I asked God about them, God, loosen the strengths. And you had to sell your soul to even put them on. I mean, I don't mind. I don't give a damn. Cause I was born for this. I was born for y'all to get trapped up in this. So it don't matter to me. My life was horrible all the way from birth to now. So I care less. I don't really care. But I'm not aggressive. I'm not abusive. Out of everything I've been through in my life, I would definitely wouldn't take no deeds out of a safe and no titles out of no safe and give it to a complete stranger, a complete loser. And then there's some people names that been sold to foreign countries. And they got married in people's names. How did all this happen, y'all? I was just sitting here thinking, I would listen to the presidents now. I've been trying to listen to that lately because it's way more interesting than what I've been going through. And I was like, they were like, somebody in America, so who does that? You know, in the street, the only people who do stuff like that is people who trying to fit in with other people. When I was little, when I was real young, I traded. I was dumb. I was young, though. I was about 7, 8 years old. It's not 10. I traded a video game system for some contact. That's what you do when you come out of a wealthy family. Like, I'm in the hood. I felt like I had things other kids didn't have. And I felt like it was cool to do that. I really didn't even want the damn contact. I never wore contact. But I felt like it was cool to do it. And then the contacts was cracked. I had a slit in them. But I felt like it was cool to do it. And I'm thinking that's what's going on with a bunch of grown folks today. You meet somebody that's inferior to you or something like that. You meet somebody you're scared of. You meet somebody you look up to. You meet somebody that you always want to meet. And when you meet them, you just fall to your knees. And you probably think it's cool. You get around your friends. Oh, honey, when I met him, or if it's a dude, when I seen Shot, I gave her everything she wanted. I know drug dealers who would sleep with girls back in the day, in another town, and buy them a whole car, buy them a whole house, and their family and their friends and their gangsters probably ain't even got a place to stay. The people who roll with them, people who run with them, the dudes who really ride with them, protectors. You couldn't even put your hands on these people, bro, without them guys jumping on you. And then you ride around these nice cars. You got all this nice stuff. What about your boy? What about your dog that's making sure you eat? They were broke, bro. It wasn't but 4 or 5. I mean, you got like 4 or 5. When you're in a gang, it might be a gang of people, but when you're a plug, you got like 4 or 5 real ones that'll really die for you. And you really you treat them exactly like that security guard. Take a bullet for me. But you'll go and sleep with a random woman in another town, and just to keep her quiet or keep her coming, you'll buy her a whole car, a whole house, you pay it off. And I was just asking myself, because some of my lectures I think embarrassing, I really do, because I can't control the energy that comes in me, and they get all paired. And my father is God, so some of them energies, you know how wealthy people act. Oh no, what is that? I don't like it. I think it's embarrassing. But I understand because they coming from over there, and I'm born in the slum. It don't bother me that much. But I just think a lot of stuff is embarrassing, bro. Look at this was what's wrong with our whole country almost. I mean, you putting people in boxes. You got good women and men in boxes. You sacrificing change. And then you looking at the other country. Like, you got this, you can sell this for good prices. We got nothing, nobody want our stuff. Because you sacrificing change, you sacrificing the ones who can make better products than them. You sacrificing. Do you know that? Like, it's like we've been going in this circle for so long, we don't even realize we devouring one another. It don't matter what color you is at this point. You finally, like I said, a family of 5 be against each other. You got a family of 5 on the same roof, they'll turn on each other, devour each other. But it's like, listen to what I'm telling y'all, man. My grandparents was not like that. They had deeds, and they had contracts, and they had stuff like that, paperwork, stuff that they had to bust their ass for. They put it in safes, and they forgot the numbers to the safe. How do a complete stranger across the world or a prostitute get inheritance, get family inheritance, y'all? I don't mind it. It don't bother me. I can give a damn, because I never got nothing I know. But by the grace of God, my grandparents, as much as I love them, they never gave me nothing. I earned everything. And what I had wasn't even that much. So I really didn't even lose nothing. I just lost my credit. And them businesses I invested in, I just lost that. That ain't nothing. I wasn't making no money. I couldn't make no money because the ops that was around me, my ex-wife was an op, my parents was an op, my family was an op. Hell, I didn't have a breathing chance. I wasted it. When I look back at that situation, it really ain't no regrets because I learned a lot. But all that shit was a waste of time because I wasn't going to make it anyway. Because everybody was on my ass. They were too busy trying to devour me. They literally got a thrill out of torturing a child to death. And that's why they all got kids' minds. But we could look at my family for an example, because this is obviously what done happened to the whole country. Because listen to what I say, it's people, billionaires and millionaires, putting people, having the thrill out of watching people in boxes that could possibly help them change. Ain't no possible that could help them better their ways in the situation where they don't need other. It'll be a balanced, equal give and take with other countries. You don't need a country so bad to where they gotta charge you $5,000 for a cell phone and you gotta charge your people $3,000 for a phone, $2,000 for a phone. See, we talking about revenue, we talking about re-up revenue, and we talking about earnings, and we talking about profit, stuff like that. Ain't none of that's adding up because other countries ain't gotta pay that, but this country do. So if this country gotta pay all that and you sell it to your company, well, what you gonna sell? What you gonna do? Okay, you got a phone, okay, you got a car, you got the nice car, you got a phone, you got a house, and you pay way too much for it, and you can't even give it away. I'm just looking at how embarrassing. Is this the curse of being so dense for so long? Obtuse, bovine, ridiculous. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Like, I can care less. I don't give a damn what happened. I can't wait till all this is over so I can move on to my next mission. But listen to what I'm telling you. These people sold they soul. Like, whoever got these braces on me, you start with an L. You done gained weight and everything. Like, there's something wrong with you. You done had you plastic. You done had a lot of surgery. You going down bad just for torturing your own twin. You just like, you know better than the flame. So, y'all are literally suffering, torturing me. I told you, as you do to me, you do to yourself. You don't get it. You're a snake eating itself, and you already at the head. Now, how is the snake gonna eat his own head? And you just devouring away, and you just devouring us away. It ain't me away, it's us away. But you away anyway. I'm still here until God say I gotta go away. But it don't make no damn sense. Why y'all keep moving that way? You hitting your head against the wall. All your friends like you. Everybody think you look good doing it or something. You think you cool. They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you. I'm born and raised in the slum. I know how it works. Real pimps and players will cheer you on until you finally devour yourself. Like, in a real way. Like, if they know you lame, well, let her keep attacking her own. No, she ain't attacking us. God damn, she gonna kill her own people, kill her own lover, kill her own flame, kill her own twin, slow. And then they gonna watch you get slow. They gonna watch you go slow. Obtuse, bovine. It's like, I had to wake up and it was so, I didn't even wake up, I'm still tired, but it was like I was dreaming. I wasn't even dreaming, I was thinking this in my sleep. I was like, I asked God, that's what it was. I asked God, is this a slow dementia? And I got up. I said, this must be the slow dementia. Think about it, all of us in prison everywhere, all around the world, I guess, especially in my country. Think about who you killed and what reason you killed them for. Was it really a good reason to spend the rest of your life in prison for? We gotta ask ourselves these questions, y'all. But what they do, if you did it because they did something to your girl, what they did it for your girl, and they did it in front of your girl, and you happy because you did it around your girl, and your girl said, yeah, he's a big dude, he's a boss. But your girl probably sleeping with him, probably with him, or with his friend, or somewhere with them same people that you were trying to keep her away from. Like, it wasn't that you was trying to keep her away from you, keep her away from them. It was the fact that, or keep them away from her. It was the fact that you was trying to keep her away from them. It was already going on. That's why you got caught up in it. So it's like, I was just telling God. I told God last night. He was like, "You ready for a love?" I said, "No, not really." I said, it's lonely, but I'm learning so much in the astro. I said, I can wait about long. I said, see, when I leave here, I lose some of my ancestors temporarily because they stuck in that damn flame over there because they put it towards apart. You feel what I'm saying? And Not saying I need that energy, because it's going to come back regardless. But I love my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? I leave them. It's gonna come back regardless when, if you know, when whatever she got going on is over. I don't want to say it on here, but we were split up, so it ain't really no magic or nothing done. It was just a shared of energy. And right now, while we in close proximity, they can bounce back and forth. But once I move out of here, I won't see that energy no more. It ain't saying I miss it them. I really won't care about the gifts. I miss them though, because I got a real relationship with my ancestors. But it ain't a big deal, because, you know, that's gonna eventually alleviate itself. But that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm saying though, like, and people don't get that. People so busy trying to, like, I ain't gotta deal with her, I ain't gotta talk to her, I ain't gotta speak to her, I ain't gotta do none of that with her, period. Only time, and the little time that I did, I'm really just talking to my ancestors. But I already know I gotta let that go until they finish the process of that mess. But I see, that's how in tune I am. When you notice when somebody take your lunch, I notice when my ancestors has been split up. I notice when the congruism inside of me, the spiritual adjustment, the spiritual construction, the spiritual saw inside of me is cutting and chiseling away at my soul and taking gifts. And it ain't magic, it ain't black magic, it ain't none of that. It's you twin, you were twin flame cut from the same cloth, sharing the same energy. And they piecing, it's like this car over here got a V8 engine, all the good engine parts and stuff, but you got the V6 parts, or vice versa, or that ain't a good example. This car over here got an engine, but no wheels on it. This car over here got the wheels, but no engine, you feel what I'm saying? Shit like that, whatever, that's a better one. I just noticed it, you know. But anyway, it ain't no big deal. It's like they doing it right now as we speak. Destruction is going on. The main reason for being stuck in this situation, even though people say so and this and that, and they keep you stuck. When they being stuck, when you being attacked, y'all, I keep trying to tell folks, like whoever attacking you, if you stay prayed up and you worship God and you meditate and you stay and you put yourself in a position, it don't matter if you're in a homeless shelter, it don't matter if you're living on a corner, if you put yourself in a quiet place and just pray and meditate, God gonna protect you. And the ancestors not gonna let none of them demons, because they work for you. I hate to say it like that, but damn, everything works for God in the end. You get what I'm saying? So if you do what God tell you, pray and meditate and sit still, just be patient and learn about yourself, which I'm finna teach you now. They can't kill you. They can only throw stones at you. They can only wordplay with you. They can only come up to you in the dazzling and the dazzling affection and get to you, manipulate you. They can only tease you with their lustful desires. They can't kill you though. They can take their physical possessions from you. They can take the world physical possessions from you. But they cannot kill you. It's impossible. It's God's game. It's not Satan's game. It's God's game. You know what I'm saying? So you do what God tell you to do, you're going to be saved. So anyway, whoever attack you, what happened is you get congruism start. You got 5 people, it don't matter who they are. You got 5 people, it don't matter who they are. They could be wealthy and they could be poor. It doesn't matter. All right, you got these people attacking you, right? They attack you. Yeah, we want you to. If you go and pray and do what God tell you to do, let's say you got a weak lung, you got a weak liver, you got a weak kidney, you got weak eyes, you got a weak mouth. I know, I supposed to wear glasses. I ain't worn glasses in a long time because my eyesight done got better. Boom. And you go look at my past and you'll notice I'm wearing glasses most of the time. My eye high in the building. On my Facebook, I put the glasses on now, I can't see. Boom. Proof in the pudding, ain't it? You ain't even gotta be in here with me. But anyway, these good organs and these good stuff is coming from these people. You know, these people get sick, you know, they down. They still might look good. They probably got a good display on them, but it don't work like it used to. Nothing like it used to no more. We call that decomposing. They truly ain't, they decomposing, that's exactly what they're doing. But their organs are not being wasted. They cells, Janelle cells, I guess that's what they call it, Janelle cells is in their body it's going over here. Basically their DNA is transferring to your DNA. They good DNA, they good ancestors. Their ancestors have turned on them, and their ancestors is helping you now. And they are congruent. They are tearing these people apart. It don't matter if they got away with it. It don't matter if they the one that had a gun in your head, so your head laughed at you, took your girl, kissed her, and slept with her in front of you. None of that matters. Because now him and that girl, or that girl and that man finna get congruent. They all finna get decomposed. They all finna be mutilated from the inside out. They all not mutilated, but and what's the word? But anyway, whenever you transfer in the physical, they call it organ snatching and all that. I don't know the proper science, medical terms for it, but whatever that is in the physical, in the spiritual, it's the same. You can use the same name. All that good stuff is going inside of you. You know what I mean? So you see what I'm saying? It's a snake eating itself automatically. If you go in here to this, if you submit yourself to God after you done been done like this, and you don't participate in drugs, and you don't, whatever your sin was, whatever your whatever your problem was, whatever your sin was, you stop it. You have to stop it cold turkey. Now, if you want to get your revenge, the best revenge is letting God have it. If you really want vengeance, God take vengeance for you. You got to put down, that's fast, that's true fasting to me. You got a sex problem, got to let it go. You got a drug problem, got to let it go. You got a eating problem, you got to let it go. You got a drinking problem, you got to let it go. And then the problem, if you got all those problems, you got to let it all go. And then you're going to have to go and pray and meditate. And that's when you're going to have to sweat blood when you pray. That's what you call sweating blood when you pray. Because you can't do none of your stuff. You in cold sweats at this point. You are having withdrawals refusively. You in real bad shape. You in real bad shape. Real bad shape. You weaker than you ever be. Jesus done took charge. You lucky you can even stand on your feet. You lucky you can even get out the bed. You get out the bed, you pray and meditate, still live another day, and you just stay and observe for a while, and you realize those people are just slowly getting taken apart, decomposed. Or all of a sudden you looking better. All of a sudden you feeling stronger. All of a sudden you breathing better. All of a sudden you doing that. That's why I was smoking. I don't even like to smoke. I'm finna quit. I'm tired of smoking. But that's why I was smoking, because it was, for one, it was to show you I was born with a partial lung. I mean, my lung was weak when I was born. And then I was smoking. I supposed to have an oxygen tank at 12. And then I started smoking heavily on purpose in these 4 to 5 years. And I can run further than I ever could in my life.